how St Mary Cray on the edge of London and Kent has changed, 1982 to 2023. In the 1980s I was very concerned about the number of old buildings disappearing, so I photographed parts of Orpington, Kent, London to create a record. I mainly focused on listed and locally listed buildings, as well as anything else that was interesting or looked like it was about to be demolished. So I photographed parts of St Mary Cray in 1982 and again in 1985, which I'll do a separate video on. So who remembers when the police station was still in operation? The Mary Rose restaurant? The Scrapyard? And even the Cray Valley Dairy milk floats? Well, I've come back in 2023 to see what has happened. I'll cover location, some history and context, look at some old maps and have a good look at the 1982 photos. Please stay to the end for all the detail. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching Eclectic Experience, change seen through images. St Mary Cray is located here on the edge of the London Borough of Bromley and the border with Kent. It is just off the A224 near the A20 and was once home to major paper mills. To provide some context, this is a map from 1909 when St Mary Cray was part of Kent, and we can see the very large paper mill dwarfing St Mary's Church on the other side of the river. Also, the fairly new police station, built in 1896, is seen here. Moving back to the present and looking at the London Borough of Bromley listed buildings map, we can see that St Mary Cray is now part of a conservation area, with the listed buildings highlighted in orange and the locally listed ones in purple. In 1982 I mainly took pictures around this area near the viaduct. Right next to the viaduct in 1982 there was this scrapyard. There are several points to note here. The old industrial chimney at the back of the site, the old style crane, and if we look at the back of the picture we can just about see the old industrial unit on the other side of the road. These have all now been replaced. Then right at the front we also have a wrecked car on the other side of the road, again right next to the viaduct. This is the view today. There is no sign at all of the scrapyard and it has been completely replaced with new buildings. Moving around the corner in 1982 we can still see the scrapyard chimney in the distance, but in the foreground is a Grade 2 listed building, 40 to 50 High Street. I'm not sure what it was used for in 1982. It looks like it's just been renovated, but by 1985 it was the Mary Rose restaurant. This is a 17th century building, making it well over 300 years old. Moving round again to the Riverside, we can see another view of this building with a timber boarding, and then further round we can see the back of the scrapyard with its chimney. This is what it looked like in 2023, with the new buildings almost merging into the old Mary Rose building, which is now called the Pavilion Hotel. The River Cray we see here has been central to the development of the area. As we have seen, all the historical buildings actually sit very close to it. I did photograph the river in 1982 and did not expect much change, but that is not entirely right. The river course is still the same, but the surround does look quite different. This is the opposite view from the one we have just seen, with St Mary's Church on the left, the viaduct ahead and the site of the old paper mill on the right, though by 1982 it had gone and been replaced by industrial units. Moving to 2023 we can see the view is different. In fact we can hardly see the River Cray at all as it is so overgrown. The wooden fence has gone and it has now been replaced by a small brick wall with railings on top against the road. The industrial units on the right have also changed, and from this angle it is now quite hard to see the church. Looking at a map, We've just been looking down the river this way, and this is St Mary's Church. So this church is really old. It is a Grade 2 star listed building and has parts that date from the 12th century. So some of it is over 900 years old. Quite incredible indeed. These are the pictures I took in 1982. As expected, very little has changed on the church. As we look in 2023, the only obvious change I can see is the notice boards. But other than that, it's still a very picturesque church. Almost opposite the church, there was this little old workshop with chimney, which I photographed in 1982. Then it also had 2 advertising boards on it. In the distance, if we zoom in, it's also possible to see the old gas holders on the other side of the main road. These have now gone. The building is actually still there in 23 and looks like it has been renovated, and the advertising boards have also gone. Directly opposite the church on the High Street is a timber framed black and white building that looks very old and really is. According to Historic England, it was actually built around 1510, making parts of that house over 500 years old. It is a Grade 2 listed building. In 1982 it was called Survey House. This is the house in 2023 from a different angle. And apart from the sign going and the doors changing colour, there is very little else that's different. But looking at the 1982 picture carefully, we can see that there's an old style street light and also an advert for polo mints. By 2023, the advertising board with the polo advert has gone, and the street lights have been replaced with newer ones made to look older. If we look at this picture from 1982, we can get a good feel for how the general street scene has changed, with different cars, street furniture, and again street lights. This is a similar view in 2023, and we can see again one of the new old style lamps. Moving on to the police station and adjoining buildings. In 1982, the police station was very much still in use. It had opened in 1896 and didn't in fact close down to around 1984 when the new police station in the Walnuts, Orpington, opened. I really find this picture interesting. At the front we can see 2 milk floats of different types from the Cray Valley Dairies, which no longer exists. Also, it clearly shows how cars have changed, both in design and colour choices. The shade of green we see in front of us is now very rarely seen. Looking at the police station itself, it had a wooden extension on the side. Now, if we move to 2023, we can see the extension has completely gone and been replaced by a new brick building. Moving along to the next house, this is another Grade 2 18th century listed building. Looking in 1982, it appears that it is being renovated. And if we look again in 2023, we can see the results. In the near future, I'll make another video on other parts of St Mary Cray based on pictures I took in 1985. These include a few pubs. If you're interested in how other parts of the local area have changed since the 1980s, please take a look at my other videos. Links at the end. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching Eclectic Experience, change seen through images.